Hi, everyone. This is Christina Martin again in EDL 852. This is my program completion timeline. In 2008, I began as a substitute teacher. I walked into my daughter's elementary school, and the office staff was talking about how shorthanded they were and literally told me to go get my subbing license. And that is what I did. And that's where my love for teaching began. In 2014, I graduated Southwestern College with my bachelor's in elementary education. I was interviewed in December and was asked if I wanted the tutoring position or the sped position. I asked if they made the same amount of money, and I was told yes. I said tutor because in order to be sped, I would have to go back to school right away. I think I made the right decision. In 2016, I moved from Custer Hill Elementary to Jefferson Elementary because Custer Hill was one of our first schools to be closed in our district. So I went to Jefferson Elementary as a second grade teacher. In 2018, I went from second grade to third grade because our enrollment went down in our building, and I was the last in second grade, so I was the first to go out to third grade. In 2019, I continued to stay in third grade. I became a third grade steering chair. I went from Jefferson Elementary, which closed, and I was placed at Morris Hill Elementary, but I still remained in third grade. I helped pilot a new curriculum, Wonders, and was on the voting committee. I became very knowledgeable in all curriculum and helped make pacing guides, revamp tests, and communicate with all third grade teachers in our district. In 2020, I began ESL classes at K-State. K-State offered classes that were paid for through our district to become ELL certified. Funny thing is, I had to fight for those classes because they offered them through the district, but they wanted them to go to schools that had a bigger population. And so I called and pitched a little bit of a fit, and someone dropped out, and I got put in, which helped. 2021, I took the ELL praxis. The ELL teacher at our building had left, and I knew that that position wasn't going to come open very soon again. So I transferred to K through 5 ELL. I interviewed and I got the job. Also in 2021, we got a new leader, a new principal. Um, I became building team leader, and I joined the BLT. The new principal started, and she felt I knew the staff and students well enough to lead the building in her absence whenever she was absent. In 2021 and 2022, we assisted in writing the blue ribbon application with the BLT. It took months of writing and revising the application. I traveled with the principal and the superintendent to accept the award. It was so amazing in Washington, D.C. We were one of the only 3 schools in Kansas given this amazing award. It felt great knowing that it was for a year that I was actually in the classroom and my data made an impact. 2022, leadership confidence boost. I was given many more responsibilities. I LEA'd for SPED meetings, had parent meetings, led staff meetings, handled discipline situations, mentored new teachers, interviewed new staff, led many meetings, and again represented our school in front of the KSCE. My principal had jury duty, and so it was the superintendent and I. He looked at me and said, "Don't you want to be a principal?" I said, "I'm going back for my master's." He then looked at me with a smile of approval. So after that, actually right before that, in 2023, I enrolled in Fort Hays State University in May and began classes in June. I'm taking 2 classes this summer and then 2 classes, actually it's 4 classes every semester. In 2023, I started my e-portfolio just recently and plan to add to it during each class and complete it as we need to turn it in. Thank you. Oh, no, I'm not done. So 2024 and 2025 is when I will try to leave for an administrative position. We are opening a brand new school next year. It will be a soft opening, so we're going to be keeping the same number of students, but the following year we're going to double. So we're going to have the room, but they're still adding on as the kids are coming to school next year. At this point, we will likely be will likely have a position for assistant principal, and that is where I would like to start. And that's my timeline.